Trick Lama.
Alright, welcome to Trick Lama. Our first podcast this year
For 2026.
2026. Auspiciously, we have kita punya tetamu hari ini, Datuk Seri Saifuddin Abdullah, yang baru dikeluarkan sekejap daripada parti dia, Bersatu. And very timely lah, kita nak tahu cerita juga on Bersatu and on his politics and also what's happening
Within the
going forward
party.
within the party and even the Malay community punya tu. Anyway, first question lah, I think the very soalan yang paling ada di kepala kita lah.
Soalan cepu mas.
Tak adalah cepu mas. Tapi soalan tu memang ada lah, sebab kenapa Datuk Seri dipecat daripada parti? Sebab kali ini the third person kan?
Yang saya fikir saya yang ketujuh.
The third
Okay.
prolific person lah.
Third prolific prominent member.
I thought that he's the only one.
Oh yeah, okay.
The
Yes.
first prolific.
Oh yeah.
The first
Oh, now I'm in danger zone.
Tapi ya, Datuk Seri, so kita nak tahu kenapa tindakan tu dilakukan, diambil di atas Datuk Seri lah.
Datuk Seri akan cakap, tanya aku buat apa? Tanya Muhyiddin.
Yang itulah dia punya, kita tak tahu whether that is the core issue lah.
Okey, kalau kira atas kertas, saya didapati bersalah kerana melanggar pasal tertentu dalam perlembagaan, yang kesalahannya kerana saya melanggar perlembagaan dan melanggar kod etika. Ya. Tapi saya pun tak pasti sama ada itu kesalahannya, sebab keputusan lembaga disiplin itu cuma satu ayat saja. Jadi saya tak tahu sebenarnya apa yang kesalahan saya, dan apa lagi kerana proceeding lembaga disiplin itu pada fahaman saya tak pernah berlaku pun. Saya dijemput untuk bertemu dengan lembaga disiplin pada 6 hari bulan November. Saya pergi, saya meminta 3 tuntutan dan saya kata selepas 3 tuntutan itu dipenuhi, panggillah saya sekali lagi, bagi saya tarikh yang baru dan saya akan datang dan berikan kerjasama yang sepenuhnya. Sehinggalah 6 hari bulan Januari yang lalu tak ada pun apa-apa maklumat daripada lembaga disiplin. Tahu-tahu saya dapat notis saya telah dipecat. Ya? Itu atas kertas lah. Tapi kalau dilihat dari segi kronologi peristiwa, maka dia bermula dengan saya membuat beberapa kenyataan mendesak Tan Sri Muhyiddin meletakkan jawatan, kemudian juga Azmin dan juga Tun Faisal. Dan selepas itu apabila habis Perhimpunan Agung Tahunan, saya digantikan sebagai Ketua PPN Satu Pahang. Selepas itu saya digantikan sebagai pengurusi Perikatan Nasional Negeri Pahang. Jadi ada the political angle juga. Jadi mungkin dua-dua lah. Ya.
Jadi
Apa reaksi Datuk Seri masa diberitahu yang atas keputusan pemecatan tersebut?
Tak terkejut pun.
Tak terkejut. Memang you expected
Memang
this to happen.
expected, sebab benda itu berlaku begitu. Dan saya pun, bila saya kata tadi, saya pun tak tahu lembaga disiplin macam mana. Saya pun sebelum ini pun dah kritik dah lembaga disiplin sebab dia terkenal dengan kaedah-kaedah membuat keputusan yang pada saya bertentangan dengan natural justice. You are not given a fair trial, ada berlaku konflik interest dalam itu dan sebagainya.
Jadi macam common denominator dalam pemecatan yang sebelum ni adalah yang penyataan yang meminta presiden
yang ada kaitan
berundur.
dengan meminta Tan Sri
Presiden.
Muhyiddin meletakkan jawatan.
So that's the common denominator.
I believe so.
Okay.
Okay, so why are all of you? Because this is not the first time. You're not the first one. So you knew what was coming. Because prior to you, there were 6 other senior Bersatu members, heads of divisions. Of course,
Semua heads of division.
semua heads of
Kecuali
division,
WAF.
including Wan Ahmad Faisal and Wan
Saifuddin
Jan,
Jan.
who were our guests days after their sacking. And it was an interesting conversation. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Actually, a day after your sacking. So we appreciate that. But talking about the common denominator about asking Tan Sri Muhyiddin to berundur, correct us if we are wrong, stemmed from an earlier promise by the president that he will hand over the party to Datuk Seri Hamzah Zainuddin to take Bersatu and Perikatan Nasional into PRU, the next PRU.
Saya rasa lain-lain orang dalam Bersatu ada sebab yang berbeza. Yang samanya ialah mereka mahu Tan Sri berundur. Saya mahu Tan Sri berundur, mungkin ada kaitan dengan itu dan mungkin tidak. Pada saya is very clear, he has lost it. He was a very good Prime Minister, which I will defend. I will also defend his legacy. Dan kalau dia besok ke mahkamah atas tuduhan-tuduhan AMLA yakni berkaitan dengan tugasan dia sebagai Presiden in the past, I may sit beside him and support him. No qualms
It's
about
not
it.
nothing personal lah.
Nothing personal.
Okay.
But to lead Bersatu today, kita perlu orang lain.
Kenapa Datuk Seri? You cakap he has lost it. What is it that he lost?
Benda ini berlaku pada saya menjelang Perhimpunan Agung tahunan yang lalu, semasa Perhimpunan Agung tahunan dan tindakan-tindakan selepas itu. Ya. Ceritanya panjang, saya mungkin nanti dalam lembaga rayuan saya akan bentangkan secara detail sekurang-kurangnya dari 3 faktor utama, ya, dari segi ilmunya, dari segi kemahirannya dan juga dari segi adabnya. Pada saya, he has lost it. He was such a good leader at one time, which I will defend. Ya. Tetapi untuk membawa, saya bagi satu contoh lah, apa dia masalah utama yang dihadapi oleh rakyat sekarang? Yang kalau kita nak menang pilihan raya, kita harus memberikan tawaran yang paling sesuai. Tapi bukan saja soal nak menang pilihan raya, kita nak mentadbir, insyaAllah membentuk kerajaan dan mentadbir dengan baik. Lebih baik daripada kerajaan hari ini dan sebagainya. Masalah ekonomi. Adakah Tan Sri sudah mengungkapkan apa-apa idea bagaimana untuk mengatasi masalah sekarang? Satu. Kedua, membawa ke depan. Ya. Pada saya, malangnya tidak. Yang mengungkapkan idea apa yang perlu dilakukan segera dan selanjutnya apa yang perlu dilakukan seterusnya ialah Hamzah Zainuddin. Kebetulan adalah timbalan Presiden Bersatu. Jadi kalau Tan Sri Muhyiddin melepaskan jawatannya, maka the logical choice untuk mengganti ialah Hamzah, dan itu tiada satu benda yang luar biasa. Banyak parti politik yang melakukannya so long as pemegang jawatan bersedia untuk melepaskannya.
So that is the succession plan that you were made to understand that was going to happen.
Okay, cerita succession plan ni menarik sebab ada orang kata there's no such thing as istilah succession plan. Ini berlaku di Gopeng ketika retreat ahli-ahli MPT lama dulu. Ya. Pengarahnya ialah Wan Saiful. Malam tu ketika duduk ramai-ramai itu, Tan Sri menyebutkan saya ni dah lama, saya mungkin tidak lagi akan menjadi pemimpin, mungkin tak bertanding akan datang. Dia bercakap dengan baik dan kita mendengar dengan baik. Jadi saya pun bangunlah dan mengatakan, saya sebut lebih kurang begini, Sir, if I have my choice, you will be my president for life. Ya. Tapi since you kata yang you mungkin nak berundur dan sebagainya, maka eloklah ada succession plan. Cuma saya tak pattern je yang saya guna ayat itu. So I know for a fact there was a discussion on succession plan sebab saya yang gunakan ayat itu. Dan saya teruskan dan mengatakan kita ada tokoh-tokoh yang boleh menggantikan Tan Sri. Saya cadangkan untuk pemilihan akan datang, pertandingan dibuka untuk timbalan presiden. May the best man win. Cuma Tan Sri, ini you seorang je boleh buat. And this will be your legacy. Jangan berlaku perpecahan selepas itu. Tan Sri lah yang boleh mengatur supaya ada pertandingan yang terbuka dan sihat. Besoknya selepas lunch, on one, dia tanya saya, Din, what do you mean by that? Saya kata, sir, kita ada Hamzah, Azmin dengan Pejah. Biarlah dia orang bertanding sebagai timbalan presiden. Yang kalah, you lantiklah. So Tan Sri tanya, Susah Agung dengan Bendahari, sir, I cannot advise you on that. Cuma I ingat, I kata, sir, you lantik dia lebih tinggi lah daripada saya. Saya ni ahli MPT kerana saya jadi ketua BPN. Takkanlah dua orang yang kalah tu standard macam saya, must be higher. So that was my conversation with him. Selepas itu, majlis pimpinan tertinggi bermesyuarat dan endorse the idea of a succession plan dan beri mandat untuk Tan Sri sebagai presiden berunding. Saya dengan Wan Saiful dah bincang sebelum tu nak tanding naik presiden. Tapi sebab on 13 of July 2024, ketika convention, Tan Sri dah umum dah yang dikata Peja bersedia untuk turun jadi naik untuk bagi laluan kepada Hamzah. So dia kata jadi calon untuk timbalan ialah Hamzah, naib ialah Peja dan maintain dua orang lagi. Maintain lagi dua orang, yakni Ronald dengan ini. So saya dengan Wan Saiful bincang dan kami berdua jumpa Tan Sri berdua sekali dan both of us told Tan Sri, since you dah namakan 3 orang untuk naik presiden, both of us withdraw. So kita orang tak tanding lah. Tapi ada 2 orang lain yang bertanding sebagai naib presiden. Itu kena tanya siapa yang sign borang bertanding naib presiden, siapa yang tengok dia bertanding naib presiden, dan siapa yang cakap dia ni tak dengar cakap. Tapi siapa yang selepas PAT lantik balik 2 orang itu ke jawatan tertentu, itu kena tanya orang-orang itulah.
So all this process, all this maneuverings telah dilakukan dan pemahamannya ialah untuk menerajui Bersatu selepas Tan Sri Muhyiddin berundur. And then Tan Sri Muhyiddin decided to stay on. And that's when Bersatu was not.
No, pada saya at that moment in time, bila Tan Sri umum nak berundur dan lepas tu kita yang pujuk dia untuk dia stay, saya rasa semuanya berjalan dengan baik dan everybody, well at least I can say my conscience was clear. See, dia kata dia nak berundur, lepas tu dia nak stay. By all means, tak ada masalah. But that was PAT sebelum the last PAT.
Okay, so at that time it was unanimous.
unanimous.
Everybody wanted him to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sebab isu-isu yang berlaku ialah sebelum, semasa dan selepas PAT yang terbaru. Yang terbaru.
Because the party was becoming more and more autocratic, dictatorial.
Dia incidences yang berlaku, ya. Perkataan dictatorial itu atau autocratic itu tak pernah terlintas di fikiran saya sebelum itu. It came later. Now if you ask me, I say yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mengapa? Sebab sebelum itu tak wujud unsur-unsur yang menyebabkan you boleh kata begitu. Ya. So sebelum PAT ada desas-desus yang mengatakan nak ada usul supaya Tan Sri dikekalkan sebagai presiden, which to my mind, kenapa nak perlu ada usul? Ya, tak ada orang nak challenge pun. Dan ada usul untuk dia menjadi calon Perdana Menteri. That I have a problem.
Hmm.
Bukan tak nak. Yeah. Still, my timeline is very clear. Not at that moment in time. Sebab pada saya, okay, jadi PM is not a problem. Cuma, do we need an usul? Sebab kita ada PAS, kita ada gerakan dan sebagainya. Dan kan ada setengah-setengah orang yang berkuasa melantik Perdana Menteri, dia tak suka poster boy. Yeah, so sometimes you have to be very tactful. Maka timbullah idea di kalangan teman-teman. Saya tak terlibat masa itu. Kita kena jumpa Tan Sri dan bagi tahu dia benda ni tak elok. Dan kumpulan itu makin besar. Ya. Kemudian macam mana nak jumpa Tan Sri ni? Takkan nak bawa ramai-ramai ketua bahagian ni. Maka mungkin cara yang baik ialah ada satu dokumen yang ditandatangani oleh sekumpulan orang. Maka keluarlah istilah SD. Okay, now, by definition, SD is not a wrong thing. Tetapi SD yang disebut-sebut dalam Bersatu itu sebenarnya bukan SD sebab dia tak pernah ditandatangani di depan Commissioner of Oath. Jadi dia bukan SD, dia cuma satu dokumen. Now, versi mana? Okay. Sebab kalau versi yang saya tanda tangan itu tidak minta Tan Sri berundur. Ya. Macam mana ada timbulnya versi yang minta Tan Sri berundur itu? Ini pun ada beberapa tafsiran, tetapi pada saya satu tafsiran yang saya pegang ialah oleh kerana ada seorang tokoh yang kumpulan ni tak percaya tapi dia nak juga sign SD, maka kita bagilah dia. Maka dia bukan kita, mereka bagi dia SD itu yang tak betul itu. Dan dia sebarkan SD itu untuk mengatakan, tengok ada SD untuk menjatuhkan presiden. Yang dia tak tahu ialah SD dia tu di atas tu ada nombor. Nombor itu menunjukkan itu SD yang diberikan kepada dia. Alright. Okay. Nah, masalahnya sekarang, you tanya kepada mereka yang telah dipecat, yang ada kaitan dengan SD. Saya tak, saya tidak kerana SD. Pernahkah dalam lembaga disiplin itu ditunjukkan ini SD yang you sign ke? Kena tanya mereka. Sebab itu saya ada banyak kritik tentang perjalanan prosiding lembaga disiplin.
Datuk Seri, so sekarang ni kalau kita tengok daripada luar, kita tengok Bersatu ni kan, macam dia imploding. Tak tahu dia imploding ke ataupun just ni. So kita kata masa depan Bersatu ni, adakah ia bergantung kepada resolution of the presidency, masalah presiden ni? Kalau tak ada selesai, mungkin Bersatu ni jadi, mungkin jadi, sebab dia macam one person holding there, and then itulah kita tengok tu, adakah parti tu bergantung kepada resolution of the presidency punya.
Benda ini saya kata tadi sebelum PAT, masa PAT ucapan itu dan selepas PAT, tapi saya nak sebut satu perkara in relation to your query. MPT ialah badan yang paling tinggi selepas Perhimpunan Agung Tahunan. Ada dua MPT yang terakhir, dan itu pun dua yang terakhir yang saya hadiri pada masa ini. Satu ialah pada 4 November. Pada 4 November, keputusannya ialah menubuhkan sebuah jawatan kuasa pendamai. Okay. Antara nama yang disebut masa itu ialah Tan Sri Umar untuk menjadi salah seorang anggotanya. Pada bulan November yang lalu, mesyuarat MPT lagi satu, Tan Sri Presiden mengatakan jawatan kuasa pendamai ni nama dia tak cantik. Jadi elok ditukar jadi jawatan kuasa pengukuhan parti. Dan pengusinya lah Tan Sri Rais Yatim. That was very clear lah. Nanti akan lantik dan sebagainya. Selepas 4 November, saya pergi lembaga disiplin 6 September. Okay. Dan semasa di Sabah, saya berjumpa dengan Tan Sri dan saya beritahu dia, saya kata, okay, oleh kerana kita nak berdamai ni, saya tak sebut apa-apa lah tentang ini.
Hmm.
I tunggu keputusan lembaga disiplin, then kalau kena apa-apa saya merayu. I won't say anything lah. Right. Sebab nak damai kan? Okay. In the last MPT, itu memang bincang soal lembaga disiplin, harus ada penambahbaikan dan sebagainya. So, I was very hopeful. So, saya pun senyap terus lah. Yeah. And hoping that, okay lah, lembaga disiplin will call me back and then I will have a fair trial dan sebagainya. Sekali-kali kena macam ni je kan? Tak payah damai lah.
Adakah Datuk Seri rasa macam betrayed by your friends or your colleagues in the party? I know this is not your first experience with regards to having lost maybe your disillusion with the party. It happened to you when you were in UMNO, if I'm not mistaken, and then in PKR, and now in Bersatu. It seems to be dogging you all. But do you feel that betrayal is there?
There are two things here. No, I don't feel betrayed. I think if you enter a boxing ring, you know for a fact that you can hit and you can be hit. So to me, it's like boxing. Yeah. Secondly, I believe that at the end of the day, the struggle is for the nation, but you need a party or a coalition of parties as the platform to win elections and so on and so forth. But at the crux of it is your own self as an individual, which to my mind, I believe and I try to a certain extent, if not fully, embrace some kind of principle. And because of that, you need to motivate. You need to navigate. You need to choose the party you want to join. And should you have problems with the party, in the case of UMNO, I decided to leave. In the case of Bersatu, well, I am keluar sekejap lah kot. Because proses rayuan masih ada. But again, you have to decide on your own. Definitely in consultation with friends and people around you. Yeah.
You see, Datuk Sri, when you came to prominence over 20 years ago, when you were Deputy Minister of Higher Education, and when I say we, I'm saying the public, the media, looking at future leaders who can take us into the next cycles, and your name came up very prominently as even a potential Prime Minister candidate in the years to come. You're going to turn 64 in 2 weeks' time, I think.
I'm already 64.
You're 64.
Okay, welcome to the club.
So, but your journey had not been smooth lah. But having said that, you've been Menteri Komunikasi under Muhyiddin, Foreign Minister under both Mahathir and Ismail Sabri. Of course, you were Deputy Minister as well. And so, do you feel that, at this age and what's going on here, there is still some kind of hope or journey for you to get back onto that track for future public service?
If Tun Mahathir is to be our mirror,
You've got a long way to go.
but having said that, I think, well, I hate to say this, but sometimes I need to repeat myself that I have not changed. And in fact, that's the reason why I write. Since those days, if you remember, I used to write for you.
Yes. It's right for me, Millennial and the editor at the Age.
Yeah, the reason I write is that is so that whatever happened, you can check me on what I have written. I probably changed certain ways of doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but I'm still doing the same thing, more or less. So I suppose that's what you need to do if you are into politics.
Your principles have not changed.
I believe my principles have not changed. I still believe in new politics, in integration, in the I mean, when I first joined Bersatu, you know what? Some of my friends asked me, Din, what about your multiracial politics and moderation?
Yes.
I said, we'll work on it. Well, we managed to amend Bersatu Constitution to establish a wing for non-Malay Bumiputra as a first step.
I had this conversation with you many moons ago when you were still at UMNO. And it was something like a similar conversation because UMNO at that point in time was going a bit more to the right. And you had the same answer. You said, no point standing outside and shouting when you can change from within. And so in the last 5 years, what do you think have you done or contributed to changing the trajectory and the path of Bersatu into becoming more inclusive?
Well, one is I was not the prime mover, but I was one of those people wanting to amend the constitution so that Bersatu will recruit non-Malays, non-Bumiputra. 2 persons in MPT kept on talking about the need for Bersatu to have this real idealism.
Okay.
One is Wan Saiful and I was the second one.
Right.
So Tan Sri Muhyiddin appointed me as chair of the team to sit down and write. And the members were Dr. Mazuki, Mas Emriati, and Waf. And Wan Saiful was the secretary. So we wrote a few drafts. The first draft was written by Dr. Mazuki. Wan Saiful and I, not to say, I think we rearranged it. I won't say rewrite because I think Mazuki put a good effort. We rearranged it, we polished it. And that was the convention on 13 July 2024 where Muhyiddin launched what is now known as Idealisme Perjuangan Bersatu. So we put a lot of effort, to coin the term or the tagline or rather the theme. Bersatu adalah parti nasionalis yang inklusif. Parti nasionalisme abad 21 yang inklusif. But in short, nationalist inclusive. We are nationalists, but we are inclusive because we have non-Malays and so on. And we talk about the 5 principles: integrity, prihatin, democratic, and so on. Yeah.
Was it a problem for you to stay true to that when you have PAS as your partner?
No, because you need to navigate. You see, the coalition of Perikatan Nasional can be stronger if every one of us were to move to the center. The center is important for at least 2 reasons. Number one, if you want to win election, you have to be in the center because most of the orang atas pagar
they go
are
in
actually in the center.
Yeah.
So you have to be a centrist to a certain extent. Number 2, I believe that you have to be a centrist. Of course, there is always the difference between center left, center right, and things like that. But so on that scale, if you were to put PAS and Bersatu, I would say PAS is more right than Bersatu. So my wish list would be if Bersatu can come more to the center, to the left. Bahaya pula sebut left. If Bersatu can move more to the center, shift more to the center, and PAS also shift more to the center, then both Bersatu and PAS will be nearer to the center, which I thought that's what a multiracial and moderate Malaysian democracy should be
Is
about.
that where UMNO is the position that you say they want Bersatu to move towards? Or UMNO at what it was?
Well, I can't really compare UMNO and Bersatu now because when UMNO befriends the AP, and you know where the AP is, the AP is definitely more on the left than UMNO. So I really don't know, and it's not fair if I were to comment
But
on
UMNO then,
UMNO.
when you were member.
Maybe, maybe that is a good way of looking at it. Like Bersatu be like UMNO once before. Yeah.
Hence, I suppose.
Still right,
Yeah.
but more to the center.
Hence, I suppose the reason why I presume many non-Malays or many Malays also are not so comfortable with Bersatu because they seems to think that they are in the opinion that is quite further right than they would like to be. You know, that Bersatu is more right than what they want to be. You know,
I understand that perfectly. But again, politics is not just about the positioning. It is also important that you come up with policies. You're not in government, but people want to know
yes,
what is there for them. So it is in this context that earlier on I was talking about, has Tan Sri come up with something? Hamzah has come up with the Consensus Nasional Baru, the new social consensus, which I thought is very important. It talks about correcting what is wrong and framing the future. I mean, if I can put it in simple words. Of course, I think he is trying to develop that, and that is why in his last speech on the budget, he was already talking about gagasan belanjawan or something to that effect. So he's putting meat into that framework, and I thought that is a very important step forward. What needs to be done is for Bersatu and for PN as a whole is to do more of such thing. Telling the people, explaining to the people, look, if we were given the opportunity to admin, then this is things that we want to do.
yeah,
For education, for example, I'm the so-called Shadow Minister,
for education. Yeah.
So we presented, not officially of course in Dewan Rakyat, but we presented our cadangan reformasi pendidikan. We know for a fact that if we were to be in government, I'm not saying that what we have presented is perfect, but at least we have a written document. I know for a fact that we want to lessen the number of subjects, and especially in primary school, no more classes during the weekends and so on. And we know for a fact we are going to do that, and some other things too. TVET, for example. 12 government agencies taking care of TVET. And we have 1,300 TVET institutions. Half of them are private, but half of government. We would like to, what do you say? Selaraskan.
Okay.
Streamline.
A few of the agencies, if you ask me, they have no business doing TVET. They have their core business is something else. So let people who know TVET run TVET. And then 500 to 600 of the government TVET institution, some can be absorbed by the other. And then you get better group of people teaching. And we are very sure of that. I can't say it now, but I can even tell you which one I think we should be close. This one should close, this one should close, this one should take over. We have that. And we need to tell the public that we are ready, that we have some ideas as to how we want to do certain things.
Okay, kita berehat sekejap.
You're listening to a Podaboom podcast. For other exciting titles, check out Podaboom's full playlist on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Now back to Trick Lama.
We are back. You're watching Trick Lama with Datuk Seri Saifuddin Abdullah.
So, Datuk Sri, I'd like to go back to the point when you said one of the reasons why you thought Tan Sri Muhyiddin perlu step down or step aside is because he has not laid the enough groundwork for Bersatu, if it becomes the government, or if it wants to become the government, to do better than the current government, the Madani government. Is that the same as you saying that the current government is doing good?
There are two parts of that. Number one is not laying out or laying down the policies forward. It's only one part of the story. There are other parts which I thought that Tan Sri has lost it. Yeah. I don't like the word ketimbang, and I don't think we should be the habit. I don't think we should have the habit that the moment you get into power, then the first thing you want to do is to show to the people that you're doing better lah. Yeah, you just have to do better, and hopefully that you get things done. Well, Anwar came into office with lots of promises, and unfortunately, after 3 years, most of it remained promises. Yeah, he made a few announcements a few days ago. Again, it is in the form of promises. Yeah. And the main problem faced by people on the street today is cost of living. If you are sending your kid to school for the first time in year 1, sekolah kebangsaan, with 1,000 ringgit, is definitely not enough for the sets of uniforms, the shoes, the socks, and then the books, the bags, the stationaries, kafar lagi, transportation, and so on. If you're sending your kid to Form 1, 1,500 is not enough. And this is an average cost. Surely there are ways to help parents and families. If you have something called kawalan harga sebelum festival, can you not have some kind of kawalan harga untuk barangan tertentu? Pakaian dibuat dari kain. Kain daripada apa? Siapa yang mengimport kain dan sebagainya. Kalau anak kita di tingkatan 1, katalah tingkatan 3, dia pergi sekolah pakai baju putih. Dia pergi kafar, dia kena pakai baju Melayu pula. Tak boleh pakai baju sama ke? Ya? Atau tak apa, sekolah saja. Tingkatan 3 baju putih tak? Tingkatan 4, dia jadi pengawas perpustakaan. Tukar baju kuning. Tingkatan 5, pengawas sekolah. Tukar baju biru.
Ya.
Jadi dalam masa 3 tahun.
Kasut kena hitam.
Kasut pun dah bertukar. Jadi tak boleh ke misalnya kita bantu ibu bapa dengan tidak perlu mereka menanggung kos-kos yang sedemikian. Sekolah sediakan sajalah badge atau tali leher to show that he's a library prefect, he's a school prefect and things like that. So there are ways and means to do certain things, which unfortunately I don't think the current government seems to be doing.
But going back, if that's the case, then let's go back to the administration of Tun Mahathir
2.0
and Tan Sri Muhyiddin, or both administrations of which you were a cabinet minister. Why weren't these things implemented or started to be implemented during that time? And we're talking of black shoes. Black shoes was under Mazli Malik, which was your cabinet colleague.
Yeah. We had interesting discussions on the shoes. Yeah. Two things here. Number one, sometimes it is only when certain things happens that you realize that things are really that bad. Yeah. Probably it didn't occur to you at one time, but once it occurred to you, then you have to take action.
Right.
Number two, and I think this is a general problem with Malaysian politics. Our politics is so personality oriented, and very little policy orientation, to the extent that more often than not, you're more worried about bos kata apa, and you want to, rather than let's talk policy, ask the hard question, and a friend of mine was asking me about one or two things that I used to say when I was a member of PKR. I said, Din, now you ahli Bersatu, are you going to repeat the same thing? I said, look, I was already talking about it when I was in UMNO, and I got into lots of trouble. Okay? It so happened that when I talk about it in PKR, I don't get into trouble. Now in Bersatu, I have enough trouble. I don't think I want to talk about that, but that doesn't mean that I have forgotten it.
Right.
Why? Because sometimes people just don't want to. I had this very interesting conversation with a friend of mine over coffee last night. There are people, Dato, who are only willing to listen to you for 50 seconds.
Yeah.
And thereupon, they will decide what's going to happen for the next 5 years.
Yes. Ya, betul.
50 seconds.
Kalau yang sekarang ni social media punya content video, we have our video guy 24-year-old 5 seconds. If you don't get them for 5 seconds, the first 5 seconds you're out.
They grab the attention.
That's it.
And this is interesting. Remember, all of us here learn communication to a certain extent, right? Remember those days?
Yeah.
We were told within 4 minutes, if you can't sell, you're gone. Now you're telling me 5 seconds.
5
Seconds, yeah.
So that's the challenge lah. So for political parties, I suppose. But challenge is something that you need to embrace.
Of course.
So, but again, I would like to again talk to you about your personal self in Bersatu. So you're going to have a hearing.
Yeah, I will be. I'm now preparing for my rayuan.
Yeah,
so
rayuan.
I have 14 days. I still have about 12 or maybe 11 days. Yeah.
How optimistic are you? And is Bersatu decides that yes, we don't want Datuk Seri Saifuddin Abdullah near us. What are you going to do?
I'll probably be looking. Is there a job here?
We can't afford you. So, but yeah, yes. Kalau because you are a political animal, you've been in politics for the longest time. So kalau tak ada, kata Bersatu cakap yes, we are final, and Tan Sri Muhyiddin will remain as president, because I think the only way you can come back if he's no longer president lah. I think so lah. So what will you do? One is the appeal. The other one is in the event that appeal failed.
Well, politics is about a struggle. So I believe I will continue with the struggle. Yeah. And then see what happened and how best can I, how best can I continue with the fight. So it depends. I used to be on sabbatical for a few years last time after I left UMNO. Well, I almost immediately joined, or rather I immediately joined PKR. But I was on sabbatical in the sense that I was not a member of parliament for one full term. But Alhamdulillah, I find some ways to get myself busy with. So I believe that's going to be the thing. Doesn't mean that I'm out of politics.
Write a book, ride a train.
Yeah. Or go on a caravan
Go on a
ride,
caravan.
on the Tour de France route.
Yes. That sounds like a plan.
Well, don't get too comfortable also, because your anticipated departure from Bersatu.
Wow, you are.
Well, according to my crystal ball, I see one Saiful and one is there as well. How does that actually impact Bersatu's strength in Parliament? Because literally they are now down by 3
Yeah,
MPs.
which side will you sit the next
For
sitting?
the time being, Waf and Wan Saiful is still seated in their old places. So I believe I'll be sitting on
But you're not compelled to vote according to party lines anymore. So you could be a government.
Well, we are
Back-
still PN. back benches.
PN. So you
Can you
mean,
be an independent block?
I don't think I want to be.
Are you allowed to?
Well, you can choose, but
Ah.
once I full did not, WAF did not, and I don't think I want to go on a independent block. Yeah, I think I want to.
You got no pending cases with MACC, what? Why you worried?
Kamala.
don't tempt fate, you know. Sometimes
he can be naughty.
but betul, it's true. So you consider you are still loyal to the PN punya.
Yeah, I think PN is a good brand. We were very successful in the last election. I mean, Sabah is another story altogether. And there is still future in Perikatan Nasional, so long as PAS remain as one of the strongest party. And then we see what will happen. There will be the Majlis Tertinggi PN meeting very soon, I believe, and they will choose the next chairman. The chairman will then appoint the new Secretary General and so on.
And it's significant. That would be a significant.
I thought
thing.
that is going to be very significant because that would be almost like a deciding factor as to whether Perikatan Nasional will continue or not. Because if we cannot resolve this within the shortest possible time,
we need the presidency.
Yeah, the chairmanship.
The chairmanship of
we
PN.
need to resolve the chairmanship because otherwise it's like there's no driver. And
But
it's very
by kira ikut convention, it's going to be from PAS lah, the chairman.
Well, the thing is this: PAS has announced that they are interested and they are ready to be the chair of Perikatan Nasional. Then it's up to the Majlis Tertinggi whether PAS will be elected. Then PAS will name the person, and PAS has already hinted that it is not necessarily Haji Hadi as chair. Because at the end of the day, the real powerhouse is not at the PN. The real powerhouse is at the individual parties per se. Yeah, so PN is a coordinating body. Remember when I joined PKR and when we formed Pakatan Harapan, we have the Majlis President. Of course, it is quite powerful in the sense that we make decisions, but at the end of the day, each party will decide what is going to happen in Pakatan Harapan. Yeah.
But
Datuk Sri, can you remind us, our audience, why you left PKR?
Oh, I left PKR together with Azmin, or with a group led by Azmin, right after or during the convention in Malacca, because we felt that Anwar at that time did not honor the promise that was reached with Azmin before the convention, that there shall be no attacking of each other during the convention. So there was, it did happen. And then after lunch, we decided not to continue.
I see.
And then the 11 MPs from us, finally, or eventually it becomes 10 because one of us left the group. So 10 of us then joined Bersatu. Yeah.
And how would you describe your relationship with Azmin now?
Well, I mean, we remain friends. Azmin did help me to a certain extent after I left UMNO and joined PKR. But the person who actually worked out for my being recruited in PKR was a professor. He's still around. I can't name it unless he himself claims.
you can whisper to us after the podcast.
So, because there are people who claim, at least 2 persons I know claim, oh, aku yang bawa Saifuddin masuk PKR. I just no. The person who brought me into PKR is is he still a professor? But well, I still call him Prof.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's still around. Yeah. So, I mean, to To me,
Interesting.
you have to honor whatever that people have done to you in the past. So if you say, has not Azmin been helping you? Yes, he has. Today is a different story. Yeah. The same with Muhyiddin. Was he a good president? Yes, definitely. But to lead Bersatu now, for two major reasons. One is the three factors that I mentioned earlier, and the other one is about laying
Policies.
down the policies.
Mm.
I find it very interesting because for someone who writes a lot about the principles of democracy and respecting the voters' decision, you are part of
Langkah Sheraton.
Sheraton or the Sheraton. So how do you reconcile that with what happened with the Sheraton move and your own principles?
Okay, two things. Number one, to call it the Sheraton move is a popular storyline, but it was really the end of the whole thing.
Right.
So the move is not really Sheraton. Yeah.
Happened to be ended at Sheraton.
They were the finish line.
Yeah, the finish line was Sheraton. But I think more importantly is about navigating. Yeah, so you navigate as a person, you navigate as a group, you navigate. So this was navigation at work. Certain things we believe needs to be done in a certain way at that point in time, and hence the breakdown of the PH 1.0 government. Yeah, but again, the drama did not end there. For instance, someone resigned on Monday morning and caught everyone by surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And still there is no clear answer as to why someone resigned
Yeah.
on that Monday
If
morning.
I resign, I don't have to hand over to so and so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, it's a debate which I perfectly understand, and sometimes I find it difficult to convince people that what I was doing was correct. I mean, let's face it. It happened. We have our reason, and not everyone must agree as to what the reason was.
I had satu random question, and maybe not that related, but it is about janji-janji PMX lah. Thank you. What are your current thoughts on the limiting the PM's tenure? Because you have taken this side and that side.
I have always believed that we should have the limitation
Okay.
of the tenure of the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Because it was in the manifesto for 2018, for the 2018 elections.
Yeah, it was in the manifesto
limitation of
of
the PM's
2018.
yeah.
But even if it is not in the manifesto, I still believe in it. There's another thing that I believe in, but it's not in the manifesto of 2018. I can't tell you now, I have enough trouble. It's a good thing. I'm sure many people think that it's a good thing, but some people may think gila lah, Saifuddin. So,
But why why would you limit the term of Prime Minister? For example, because we had someone who 20 over years, and that's
I guess we learn. I think many countries in the world that practice democracy learn from previous history, and then they started to chart a new way forward, including amending the constitution, including on the
term limit.
term limit of presidents or prime minister. There is this talk about by the time he goes into the second term, he's a lame duck prime minister. But everyone is a lame duck in that sense because it's always a term thing.
Yeah.
Every 5 years you have elections. So there's no end to the duck story. But I think more importantly is you try as much as possible to limit factors that might lead to whatever corruption, misuse of power, cronyism, nepotism, whatever. So there must be certain ways to ensure that you minimize the possibilities.
You think your administration, the administration that you were under, is in 2018 to 2020 and 2022, were handling the battle against corruption better than the current administration?
Well, we started by forming this committee that Tan Sri was the chair. Sorry, I can't remember his name. And then I think we listed down some 100 over things that need to be executed. I think we covered some of it during Mahathir's time.
The Governance Institute was set
Yeah,
up during
that's
your,
right. Something.
your first
that's
Mahathir's.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
we started the establishment of more select committees in Parliament besides. So yeah, I thought we started quite well. Then we have COVID. I know it's not an excuse, but again, things tend to slow down. But again, I would say there was something that we could have done better. Sedition Act. I thought that was one of the low-hanging fruits. The reason being, during Najib's time, he formed the National Unity Consultative Council. I happen to be a member.
yes,
We were there for 2 years. And we drafted the Harmony Act, if you remember.
right.
The
Yes.
Harmony
Harmony
Act,
Act, yeah.
among others, was supposed to replace Sedition Act. We were already discussing how do we define hate speech. So the 3R today, which can be an issue, could have been better dealt with if we were to continue from where we stopped.
Harmony Act.
Yeah, the Harmony Act. It doesn't have to be called the Harmony Act. But we didn't do it during our term, those 5 years. 3 prime ministers in the 5 years. We didn't. And I'm not sure whether the prime minister now is seriously going to abolish Harmony Act. I mean, there are at least 2 ways of doing it. Some says you don't need a new act. You simply need to amend and improve the penal code.
Penal code, yeah.
But I'm of the opinion that yes, you can improve the penal code, but because sedition is so complex, it involves things like hate speech and things like that, perhaps it's better to have one specific act to look at this matter.
Especially now. Datuk Sri, so you are now the MP for Indra
Mahkota.
Pahang. So MP berapa term lah?
3.
3 terms lah. Satu time tu rehat lah. Sabbatical.
One in Temelloh, one sabbatical,
Sabbatical.
2 in
Indra
Mahkota.
Mahkota. Okay.
Yeah.
Next election. Kalau tak ada dalam Bersatu, katakanlah kita ni kan, kalau tak ada dalam Bersatu, would you be contesting again? Sama ada di tempat sama ataupun tempat lain? Is this and how would you do? Kalau kata tak Bersatu, would you be independent or would you join another
I'm sure you're already being booed.
political party ke?
Your old friends from PKR.
Yeah.
Or UMNO? or friends from UMNO?
One of the fatal mistake of a politician is to answer that question.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But I'm assuming that
He's trying again.
No, of course, we never stop. So we are assuming that yes, you will go and contest again because it's your incumbency kan, the kawasan tu. Just that which vehicle lah katakan, whether you will go alone ke?
No, I think for Perikatan Nasional, the understanding is incumbent seats belong to the party. But having said that, then it depends. Yeah, what is going to be the shape or the form of Perikatan Nasional come GE 16. It's about 1 year or maybe 1 year plus from now. And Malaysian politics are so dynamic.
Yeah.
Remember in the last Sabah election, the 16th election, not the last one, that's Sabah 17, the 16th election. Perikatan Nasional was only 2 months old.
Yeah.
So we launched Perikatan Nasional in Sabah. And we won some seats. And
Yeah.
then Haji G was from Perikatan Nasional and he became Chief Minister.
Yeah.
And then he changed party. That's another story. So things can happen. Things can happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
All good.
Yeah. Okay. That was a good session, Datuk Seri.
Thank you. Thank
Nanti
you so much.
maybe lepas dapat tahu, maybe datang sekali lagi. Dan dekat nak election tu tengok parti mana ke, bendera apa ke.
Tak buat hati.
Bendera
Otai. Dia punya style.
Tapi terima kasih banyak
Terima
datang ke
kasih.
Trick Lama and good luck to your political
Thank
future
you.
lah.
Thank you. And all the
Although
best.
we only know where it's headed, but good luck anyway. It seems like a futile wish, but all the best to you.
Okay.
Well, so long as ada jawatan kosong.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Datuk Seri.
Thank you. Trick Lama.